A Tale of Two Cities is one of Charles Dickens's most popular novels, carrying the essence of a historical narrative. It was initially serialized in newspapers in 1859. The novel stands among the world classics as a realistic and captivating tale. The events within the novel unfold in Paris and London before and after the French Revolution. It thoroughly portrays the hunger, destitution, and sorrow experienced in both cities. Charles Dickens. He is among the most beloved and widely read English novelists. Born in 1812 as the child of a clerk, he faced financial constraints from an early age, compelling him to work. These difficulties profoundly influenced his writing. His works published later in life were translated into many languages, earning him rightful acclaim during his lifetime. Dickens consistently opposed slavery and passed away in 1870. His major works include Great Expectations, Oliver Twist, American Notes, and Hard Times. A Tale of Two Cities carries the historical essence of Charles Dickens' literary prowess. In this novel, the author attempts to reveal the other side of the French Revolution. The bloody conflicts between the bourgeoisie and aristocracy before and after the Revolution are depicted within a realistic and tension-filled narrative. Primary characters of the novel: Dr. Alexandre Manette. Initially, a highly successful and brilliant doctor, esteemed and respected in society, intelligent, understanding, and mature. However, years spent in prison lead to a psychological breakdown. Lucie Manette, Dr. Alexandre Manette's daughter, who lived fatherless for years. Described as blonde and beautiful in the novel, she led a wealthy life, being a well-mannered and gentle lady. Charles Darnay, hailing from an aristocratic family but siding with the oppressed and aiding the poor. Married to Lucy, he faces a death sentence due to his aristocratic lineage. His unjust sentencing highlights the wrongdoings of the French Revolution. Jarvis Lorry, an executive at Tellson's Bank, a close friend of Alexandre Manette, and one of his daughter's guardians. Sidney Carton, an attorney, deeply in love with Lucy. However, he's portrayed as a character with negative traits, unhappy in life, and physically resembling Charles Darnay. Madame Defarge, a merciless woman with the sole aim of seeking revenge from the aristocrats. She is among the prominent figures of the revolutionaries. Ernest Defarge, Madame Defarge's husband. Similar to his wife, he is unyielding and revengeful. He uses his wine shop as a meeting place for the revolutionaries. Miss Pross, Lucy's selfless and devoted servant. Jerry Cruncher, employed at Tellson's Bank and a charitable individual. Summary of the novel. Dr. Manette spends 18 years unjustly imprisoned in Paris due to the aristocrats, leading to a mental breakdown. His daughter, Lucy, residing in London, travels to Paris with an old family friend and discovers her father is alive. They return to London together. Sometime later, they meet Charles Darnay, a son of an aristocratic family living in France. Despite his hatred for aristocrats, Darnay falls in love with Lucy and marries her. When their daughter turns 6, the revolution begins in France, and the revolutionaries punish Darnay's family. Only Darnay survives. He travels to Paris to compensate those harmed by his family on their behalf. However, he gets arrested on the grounds of his aristocratic background. As soon as the news reaches England, Dr. Manette and Lucy rush to Paris to save Darnay. The revolutionaries harbor an extreme hatred towards Darnay's family. Darnay remains imprisoned for a year and a half without even seeing his wife. Eventually, with the respected testimony of Dr. Manette in favor of his son-in-law, Darnay is acquitted. However, he's not allowed to leave Paris. He gets imprisoned again shortly after. Dr. Manette's close friends, the Defarge, declare Darnay as an enemy of the people. Darnay is sentenced to death. Attorney Carton, deeply in love with Lucy, visits Darnay in his cell to make Lucy happy. They bear a striking resemblance to each other. They exchange clothes, and Carton goes to the guillotine in Darnay's place. Darnay escapes from Paris with Lucy and their daughter. The novel ends with Carton's words, "It is a far, far better thing that I do than I have ever done. It is a far, far better rest that I go to than I have ever known."